What's going on out there, traders? Another one here from the Darkside team. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about what I like to call red flags. Red flags are basically a warning sign that's going to tell you things are about to go wrong very, very quickly. And the way we relate this to trading is, when you're in a position and things seem to be going well. Okay, like let's say you're in an order block, an imbalance, fib level, whatever it is, and things seem to be going well, and you're not sure if it's going to hold, and then all of a sudden, something bad happens. Now, the thing is, you can identify these scenarios if you know what to look for. Okay, and that's what I call a red flag. If you can understand the warning signs that they're showing you, or the red flags, or the things that could possibly go wrong, if you know how to notice these things properly, you can first of all avoid getting tapped out of the market in these situations, and secondly, you can learn how to take advantage of them as well, which is an even better bonus. So we're going to dive right into this right now, and we're going to look at AU. This is current price action. I think this was maybe the 22nd. Okay, so a couple days ago, but we're going to go right into live price action, which is July 27th, 12:30 New York time. So let's get right into that real quick. And as you know, I like to identify, first of all, what's going on in the market as far as structure. So right now, we're going to identify the structural swing points very simply, higher highs and higher lows. So we're in a bullish market, okay? The reason we say that is because price is making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and into another higher high. So as we let price go ahead and play out for a bit, and let's see where it brings us. Okay, so right about here is where things are going to start getting interesting because now is the break of structure. This is, regardless of your strategy, this is the break of structure. Whether you trade smart money, whether you trade retail, whether you trade supply and demand, it doesn't matter because the entire world understands that this is a break of structure. As this last lower high made the higher high, higher low, higher high made the break of structure, and now you're going to be looking to sell from this area. Now, the first thing you're going to do is identify these order blocks or these imbalances in the market. You can see we have a very clean one here on the 1 hour. All right, so let's just highlight that. We'll call that our 1 hour IMB, short for imbalance. Okay, so that's a 1 hour IMB. Let me center that for you guys. Center. Okay, so there's our 1 hour imbalance, right? Now the idea is simple: for price to run up into this area, break low time frame structure, and continue to the downside. Okay, everybody gets that, I'm sure, at this point. So as we watch price get ready to approach the zone, well, let's just let that play out for a minute. Price is now in the zone here, all right? So we can back it up just a little bit so we can really get into what I mean by red flags and things to look for when you're in this position and you're a little bit worried about it not going in your favor. All right, now, again, if you're in a position like this, you're looking for low time frame break of structures. This is how you want to get into the market. It's the same way we get into the market. There's no secret there. Now, price has not broke structure just yet. As you can see, we're still ascending. We've still got a higher high, higher low, higher high. We're waiting for that BOS, which hasn't happened just yet. Let's see if we can slow it down a little bit. Let price start to play out. Again, it looks like we just made a new higher high. Okay. So we still have not broke structure just yet, all right? We've got our higher high, higher low, higher high. And as you can see, we're getting close, but not quite there. You want to wait for a significant break of structure. Now, there's a good break of structure, okay? And the reason why we say this is what? You can see the ascending higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, or basically equal low. But then we break, and then we break to the downside. That's a significant break of structure. In other words, that's a break of structure that's going to get everybody's attention to now look short, as they'll be anticipating a visit into this area and then downside. All right, now the thing is about these scenarios, when price it's hard to kind of explain, but when price is hanging around a zone for this long, okay, this is what I immediately call to my team a red flag. This is a warning sign that there's a good chance that price is going to actually exceed this area here. There's a good chance that this is not going to be a great place to enter the market. And the reason being is because think about it like this. Think about all the sell orders that are built up in here. Think about that. How many people in the world are watching this 1 hour imbalance, this 1 hour order block, this 1 hour break of structure, all of these things? All the world is watching this. And where does the world put their stop losses? You guys know this by now. If they're here, they're putting their stop above this high, aren't they? That's what they're doing. That's the same thing you're doing too. So when you see a situation like this where price dances around your zone for a little bit too long, and then you see your break of structure, we'll let it play a little bit longer. Let's actually speed it up a bit. You see your break of structure and you see the fill into your zone, you can tell everybody's getting short right there. You can literally see the reaction that's taking place. And again, we'll just highlight it like this for you, where you have the break of structure right here, all right, into the sell zone. This is where everybody's selling. You can see the sellers pouring in here, sellers pouring in here. And this is a lot of times where I hear people say these silly things. I remember when I was first getting into trading, and the mentor that I was working with was telling me, "Oh, this is the battle of the bulls and the bears, and who's going to take over and who." Look, there's no battle. I mean, people say that a lot, but people say a lot of things. What battle? What bulls? What bears? Who are they? Who? The banks? What bank? What this is a worldwide market. Who is it? But again, that's just a whole other thing. But there's no battle of bulls or bears. This entire play was pre-orchestrated on a composite operator long before it actually happened. The ideas and the area where price was going to reach has already been set long before price did any of this. The ideas were made way back here, not right here on Front Street where everybody can see. That's not the way the market works. So forget about the battle of the bulls and the bears and who's going to win, because that's irrelevant. What you need to be thinking about is the fact that the entire world is looking at this area to sell right here. You can see, think about it as a flag, and not the flag, not the pennants that you trade, or the flag symbols and the head and shoulder, none of that nonsense, but just a flag of a composite operator waving a flag saying, hey, hey, everybody sell here, everybody sell here. See, the amount of time that price actually spends in this imbalance, or this order block, or this Fibonacci level, or this trend line, it doesn't matter what it is. But the amount of time that price spends in here is actually a red flag. Okay, it's actually a warning sign, because you got to understand what they're doing is they're allowing all the traders to see this happen. Okay, they're not just tapping in during Asia. Okay, they're not tapping in during the Asia session, or then what, the London session, or what, the New York session. They're tapping in for all of the sessions, because they want everybody to have a chance to see this perfect scenario. They want everybody to see this beautiful 1 hour imbalance. Let's look at it on the higher time frame. They want everybody to see this very clean ascending higher high, higher low, higher high break of structure. They want everybody to see this. It's a clean, perfect 1 hour imbalance. The whole world at this point is trading smart money. So that's where all the liquidity rests. It's so easy to manipulate because everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's putting their stop right here. So what do? They hang out in this area for the maximum amount of liquidity collection. Okay, because they know that you're going to enter the market. You've got your bearish engulfing sellers right here. You've got remember what we just saw in the low time frame. You've got your low time frame BOS right here. So you've got these people that are selling the market right here, putting their stops right here. So you've got all these people that now have a chance to enter the market. And there's a reason why it's not going to just hit the zone and leave without you. It's because they want you in there. They want you in there so that they can take your money. So when you see price hanging around your zone for a long period of time like this, multiple sessions, Asia, London, New York, maybe right back into Asia, once you see that start happening, guys, you got to understand that is a red flag. Get out of the position, wait for the manipulation, wait for the frustration, and then look for confirmation. Just like we always say on the dark side. That's what we teach our guys. Manipulation, frustration, confirmation. And you can see here, what we've got right now, this is live manipulation. This is them selling the market, okay? And we'll watch how price plays out. We'll see a continuation. And of course, a lot of times things will go right for a little while. But again, what is price doing? It's hanging in the zone for too long, way too much time in this zone. When these order blocks and imbalances are going to play out, and anybody who trades smart money or imbalances or even 61.8 or trend lines, any of that stuff, you know for a fact. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you because I know. Because we trade smart money also when the time is right. We're not going to deny that. We'll trade anything when the time is right. But the idea is when price does reach into your zone, it's a quick thing and take off. That's when it works. You'll never see price just kind of dance and dance and dance and dance. And the more it's dancing is the more it's waving that big flag to get the attention of everybody. Hey, sell me, perfect scenario. And then it takes their money. And that's literally what we just saw happen on AU. Now, if we look on the higher time frame, on the 1 hour, for example, again, it looks even more clean because you can see that rocket that went and took everybody out. That is 100% a manipulation play on smart money. You saw the low time frame break obstruction. You see the bearish engulfing on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, you start to see your indecision candles, your doji candles, everything that's going to make you want to sell the market. Okay, and then you see what happens. A direct stop hunt to the pip right above to take everybody's stop out. Now, if you were in this position, okay, it's not the worst position to be in. If you were in this position right here, you got your BOS and you're holding, and you're saying, okay, well, now things should start moving to the downside. You're right. Things should start moving from the downside from here. But once they don't, and they start doing things like this and just spending more time in that zone, guys, this is your red flag, okay? This is your warning sign, okay? Just like a siren going off saying, hey, they're waving the flag, they're attracting too many sellers, they're going to take them out before they make the move, which means that you need to either get your ass out of that position, or if you weren't in the position yet, well done for being patient, like we always tell you, and wait for this manipulation and the frustration to end and then look for confirmation. Because it's not that your analysis is wrong, that it shouldn't push to the downside. It's just when it's going to do it. It's not if it's going to do it, it's when it's going to do it. And that's when you want to be involved, obviously. So if we kind of just go down to a lower time frame real quick, let this one play out. All right, and I'm sure anybody who's watching this video, this has happened to you a million times, where things look right for a while, then they hunt you out. You got to be more patient with it, guys. When you see it spending time in the zone, get out, get out, get out. Okay, you're not going to miss the move. The move hasn't even started yet. Now, after the manipulation and the frustration has taken place, and everybody else is out of the market, the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of sellers, their stops were all just hit. Now it gives you a chance to actually look for the move, because the move is not, it's not dead now. You know, a lot of people say, oh well, that's no longer valid. The move is absolutely 100% valid. You can't just think of it as it's a new break of structure, price is now ascending, it's not valid. That's not the case at all. You've got to think deeper than that. You've got to understand the plan of how these things work. It's designed for you to put your money in and take your money out, and then price moves. Okay, so if we just let this play out and continue, you can see now things are starting to look a little bit better. Okay, and let's just go to real time right now, and you'll see where price is currently at right now. Okay, now is there a chance that it's going to come all the way down into this area and continue to the downside? Absolutely. But regardless, the idea is to not get caught in these long consolidation periods within the zone, because you have to think of them in that way. You've got to think of them as the composite operator is waving his flag to bring in all the sellers to take them out. You need the manipulation, the frustration, then you get your confirmation to actually look for your move in your intended direction. It's not that your bias is wrong, it's just that you're early. And I think that's 95% of people's problem. It's that simple idea right there. You know, so if you can apply this to your trading, it's gonna prevent you from losing a lot, and it's also going to help you learn to know when to get out of positions. Because again, it wouldn't have been a terrible idea at this point right here. Things look good, but the thing is, it should have melted from that point. That's what you need to understand. It should have melted. If price was going to head this way right then and there, it's going to do that. But at the end of the day, they didn't have the liquidity that they needed to fuel the next move to the downside. So then you see them spending so much time in there. Do yourself a favor. If you're a part of this here, you are the liquidity. You will be captured, and get yourself out of that market, because you see it happen live right here. Look at how they hunt it. It's not by accident. It's not by mistake. Those big rocket candles, those are all intentional, and they're designed to take smart money out of the market, okay? And our opinion on that. Smart money concepts is the new retail. Why do we say that? Nothing against smart money personally, but because we see things like this, happen more and more every single day. Every day. We don't say it to be against any strategy, but we're trying to bring attention to something that we think could possibly help you guys out. So that's just a little tip. Again, how to identify red flags in the market, what to look for, when you're in a position and you're not sure if things are going to go right. Remember, guys, this is war. You have to think of the capital in your account as your life. You have to treat it like it's life and death. You do not want to die right here if you don't have to. Okay, don't think about it as losing money. Think about it as life or death, because the ultimate guide to trading is survival. You've got to learn to survive. You've got to learn to preserve your capital. And if you can identify situations like this that might get you killed, it gives you a chance to jump out of that train, jump out of that crashing plane before it's too late and it kills you. That leaves you to trade another day. You see? So, again, guys, hope you guys can get some value out of this. Doesn't matter if this is an order block you're looking at right here, if this is a 61.8 Fibonacci level, if this is a trend line you're looking at, it's the same thing. You've got to wait for that manipulation, that frustration, and then look for confirmation to get into your positions. And I think this will help you guys out a lot. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.